I'm Kenny, you're watching Oversteer TV Drift Chat, our Monday night news and feature show covering all the latest from the New Zealand drifting scene. And this weekend is a big one. It is the opening round of the NZ-Xtreme Motorsport Series, round 1 of the D1NZ Drifting Championship. Leading tonight, the big news over the weekend is Link ECU signing on as naming rights sponsor for the 2018 D1NZ Series. The announcement is big news for the New Zealand-based company, who are now a big brand around the world, world-renowned for engine management systems, and the deal comes off the back of their recent announcements as naming rights sponsors for the North American Formula Drift Pro 2 Series, as well as their involvement with the Irish Drift Championship and the British Drift Championship. And with all these international connections, rumour has it there is a big prize up for grabs for this year's D1NZ Championship winner, so watch this space. Well, over the Christmas break there was plenty of testing and preparation being done by all the D1NZ teams and drivers, and of course Jaron Olivecrona pulled the covers off his brand new Harley Engines V12 built Nissan S14. The brand new car sounds absolutely wild. Now, Jaron and the ODM Drift team were out at Manfield Raceway over the weekend testing and shaking down the car, and photographer Ian Moss was there to capture the sweet sound. Be sure to head over to Snaps by Mozzie and hit the like button for more motorsport content based out of the lower North Island. Thompson's insane methanol-fueled 4-rotor Lexus GS 300 hitting the Pukekohe sweeper. We've been uploading plenty of raw drift action over the last few weeks. Head over to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page to see all the latest videos. Carl Thompson, of course, competing in the D1NZ Pro Championship for the first time. He unveiled his brand new car, Nissan S14, last week, and it's got a striking livery as well as a nitrous oxide fueled V8. This thing looks like a monster, and I can't wait to see this thing in action. Australian international Matty Hill makes his return to D1NZ competition this year, and he's unveiled a brand new car for the season.
Hey guys, Matty Hill here from Australia. I had a great time at D1NZ last season, so I'm coming back again for another season of D1NZ with the Performance crew. This time I've come back with something different, building something more competitive and something that will bring us to the podium. So, I'd like to introduce to you Performance Automotive 1992 Nissan Pulsar. As many of you may know, that to drift competitively, you need rear-wheel drive. In this case, not so much, seeing as 99% of your tracks over there are wet. So, we decided to put some Macca's trays in the back just in case we run into any troubles, but I think we'll be just fine. So I'll see you guys, round 1, D1NZ, Wellington.
Okay, seriously, that's not actually his car, but this is his 2JZ powered Performance Automotive Nissan S15, looking sharp with a brand new livery. We can't wait to see that thing in action in Wellington. And of course, Performance Automotive Matty Hill Drift will be operating out of the Team Jenkins Motorsport stables. In fact, the boys were at Matty Dragway doing some testing over the weekend, and Ben Jenkins stepping up to Pro Class this year, getting some seat time behind the wheel of his Nissan S13. Well, with a new season means a new look, and last night the 2018 D1NZ Series judges were announced. There are some new faces joining the team as well as some new structure. Let's check out the competition format for the 2018 season.
Drifting is a sideways evolution from traditional motorsports. Each driver competes for points given out by a select panel of judges. The three major scoring criteria are line, angle and style. Together they form a score out of 100. Line is a racing line marked out by clipping points. Drivers need to consistently hit these areas to score maximum points. Angle is how much rear slip angle a car produces. Competitors need to engage as much opposite steering lock as possible to receive a higher score. Style is a combination of driving technique, showmanship, brake application, throttle control and overall driver ability. Teams and drivers have 2 laps in qualifying to start the competition. The top qualifiers move through into a seeded battle tree, battling through each bracket until the top 4 drivers compete for the final podium. A drift battle requires each driver to take turns leading and chasing. The lead driver's objective is to match or better their performance in qualifying. The chase car's objective is to get as close as possible to the rear quarter of the leading car, using it as a mobile clipping point. The Link ECU D1NZ Drifting Championship features a new judging lineup for the 2018 season. Taking the helm as judges coordinator is D1NZ veteran Brendan Dunker. Based out of Auckland, the series technical advisor has over 15 years experience behind the wheel. Australian-based Dan Mackey is in the hot seat as line judge for this season. Flying in from Sydney, the former competitor has more than 15 years experience in the sport and has been a drift judge since 2013. A new face to the judging lineup is 2007 D1NZ champion Carl Ruderman. The new angle judge and former Nissan Silvia pilot now spends more time in four-wheel drive, winning the New Zealand U-Class Off-Road Championship in 2017. Another new face to the judging team is former Freestyle Motocross International Luke Smith. The British-born Kiwi has performed at sold-out venues around the world as a former Crusty Demons and Nitro Circus rider. Luke will be right in the element as a new style judge for the 2018 season. So there is your judging lineup for the Link ECU D1NZ Drifting Championship Round 1 of the New Zealand-Xtreme Motorsport Series, Wellington's Max Motors Speedway, January 12th to 13th. Tickets are on sale now at iticket.co.nz. For full series and event info, visit d1nz.com.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, plenty of work being done over the Christmas and New Year's break. Brand new track being laid there at Wellington's Max Motors Speedway. Let's take a look at the first glimpse of the track and what's in store for our drivers this weekend.
The Link ECU D1NZ Drifting Championship changed the game in 2016, creating the first ever indoor drift course in the Southern Hemisphere, inside Dunedin's iconic Forsyth Bar Stadium. Less than 3 months later, the series created another first, laying a custom drift circuit inside Tauranga's ASB Bay Park Speedway. Now in 2018, the NZ-Xtreme Motorsport Series brings New Zealand's best drifters to the nation's capital. Wellington's Max Motors Speedway is set to host the opening round of the Link ECU D1NZ Drifting Championship. The brand new drift circuit is 9 meters wide. The concrete surface will test car setups as teams and drivers search for usable grip during the competition. The course features a third gear wall ride into a technical midsection. The track narrows to 8 meters through the transition before the cars get back on power to the next wall ride. From here it's a fast, aggressive transition into the final left-hander as the cars dial on the lock and the power for the final clipping zones before the finish line. The brand new drift course features a permanent centre section, which will be completed over the next year, giving the local speedway a multi-use motorsport venue for both dirt and drift. The opening round of the NZ-Xtreme Motorsport Series also brings the first ever New Zealand Rallycross Series, UTV racing and supermoto racing. The off-road rally course features jumps in and outside the speedway as the cars race around the custom-built track. For the first time since the Wellington 500 Street Race, Multi-Code Motorsport returns. Wellington, January 12th to 13th, Max Motors Family Speedway. Tickets on sale now at iticket.co.nz.
Well, as some of you may know, I'm returning to the commentary box this season for the D1NZ Series, and I'll be joined by none other than Steve Daniel, aka Steve the Māori, to talk all things drift and all things bullshit.
Hey you guys, Steve the Maori from the Link ECU D1NZ National Drifting Championship Series. This weekend we kick it off. It's the big one for 2018. Another concrete custom jungle at Max Motors, Timarua Speedway in Wellington. The first round of the New Zealand Drifting Championship. I can't wait to be there in the commentary box with my mate Kenny Ruddell. The UTVs, of course the super motards and rally cars mixed with the best drifters in Australasia. Can't wait to see Fanga's RTR Mustang, Jaron's V12. There's only one place you want to be this weekend, and that's in Wellington for the first round of the D1NZ.
Alright, now if you're looking for an event schedule for the weekend, gates open at 10 AM with the main events kicking off into the evening, practice and qualifying on Friday for both the Pro Sport and Pro Championship classes, and then it's battle time on Saturday night alongside the finals for the UTV, Rallycross and Supermoto. Do head over to the D1NZ Facebook page to download the schedule onto your mobile phone, and you can also find the track map for the weekend. Now if you haven't got your tickets yet, head over to iticket.co.nz. A limited amount of tickets will also be available at the gate on the day. Now it is a night event for both days, so if you're staying the long haul, make sure you stay hydrated, bring a sun hat, bring something warm for the evening, and of course non-commercial food can be brought into the venue. So if you want to bring a packed lunch, just make sure it's not like Macca's or K-Fry or something like that. Anyway, that is all for Drift Chat tonight. Monday nights at 9 o'clock, Oversteer TV. Make sure you tune in next Monday. We're going to be talking to the winners from both classes. We're going to be looking at the highs and lows from the event and the big moments, all the action, all the highlights next Monday from round 1 of the D1NZ Drifting Championship here. Drift Chat, Oversteer TV. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, check us out on Instagram, and jam the like button on our Facebook page. Now, if you're looking for a live stream for the first round of D1NZ, make sure you head over to the D1NZ Facebook page and stay tuned for all the details. That is all from us. We can't wait for this weekend. We'll see you there. Wellington's Max Motors Speedway. Bring on the weekend.